Hello everyone, welcome back to the mat. Happy New Year. Today we have a fun, slightly quick paced practice. So get ready to break some sweat, release some happy hormones and feel amazing in your body. And whenever you're ready, I'll meet you on the mat. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support will be extremely appreciated. Thank you very much. We'll begin our practice today on all fours. We'll get our bodies warmed up. Make sure that your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders and knees are in line with your hips. Bring the tops of your feet to press firmly down onto the mat. Engage your core, tuck your tailbone and drop your belly, lift your chest up. Exhale, round your back and bring your shoulder blades to move away from each other. And at the pace of your breath, take a couple of cat and cows, warming up your spine. Every time you come into a cat stretch, push the mat away from you and move your shoulder blades away from each other. 2 more. Come back to neutral spine. Extend your right leg. Bring your right toes on the outside of your left hip. Bring your gaze towards your extended leg and make a C shape with your spine and stretch your right side body. Breathe into it. Bring your feet back in line with your hips. Bend at your knee. Your heel is facing the ceiling and we'll take a few rounds of donkey kicks. You can either have your toes pointed or you can have your heels pointed towards the ceiling. Every exhale, lift your leg up like as though you're trying to touch something on the ceiling with your toes. Squeeze your glutes and bring your hips to point the mat. 2 more. Come back to all fours. Extend your left leg. Bring your left toes to the outside of your right hip. Bring your gaze towards your extended leg. Breathe into your left side body. Come back to neutral spine. Bend your left knee and take 10 rounds of donkey kicks. Every exhale, lift your heels or your toes towards the ceiling, squeezing your glutes. Keep your hips square to the mat. 2 more. Come back to all fours. Thread your right hand underneath your left armpit. Extend your left hand all the way towards the front of the mat. You can bring your elbow down onto the mat and hold here for a shoulder stretch. If you feel stable here, you can play with extending your left leg all the way back. And if you think you are stable there, square your hips to the mat. Press through your right top of your right foot and point your left toes and lift your left leg. Keep breathing into your belly. Engage your core. Bring your knee back. Come back onto all fours and switch sides. Thread your left hand underneath your right armpit. Bring your right elbow down onto the mat and stay here for your shoulder stretch. If you feel stable enough here, extend your right leg. Point your toes, square your hips down onto the mat and slowly start lifting your right leg up. Keeping your hips square to the mat. Squeeze your glutes so you don't roll over like a roly-poly bug. Bring your knee back onto the mat. Come back to all fours. Take your palms a handprint forward. Tuck your toes. Lift up into your downward facing dog. Take any movement that will help warm your hamstrings. Work towards bringing your heels down onto the mat and push the back of your leg out. Walk your hands back towards your feet and fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant your right palm directly underneath your face. Bend your right knee. Open your chest towards the longest side of the mat. Extend your left hand towards the ceiling. Switch sides. Left palm down on the mat. Bend your left knee. Extend your right hand up towards the sky. Come back to center and forward fold. Halfway lift. Come all the way up into your Tadasana. Engage your core, tuck your tailbone. Make your Tadasana strong. Bring the backs of your palms onto your waist and step out, bringing your feet slightly wider than hip distance, and rotate your toes slightly towards the corners of the mat. Engage your core and squeeze your elbows towards the front and sit into your Malasana. You are threading your elbows to the inside of your knees. A deep opening into the back, upper back, and mobilizing your shoulders. Squeeze your glutes, make your Malasana strong. The weight is on the knife-edge side of your feet. Lift your hips slightly up and release your elbows and come into your regular Malasana. If you have a block, you can hold your block between your palms to go deeper into your inner thighs. Come all the way up into your Tadasana. Heel toe your feet back to be under your hips and fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant the palms on the mat and walk forward into your plank pose. Squeeze your glutes and stay in your full plank for 3 breaths. Bring your right forearm down on the mat, left forearm down on the mat. Coming into forearm plank. Keep squeezing your glutes and tucking your tailbone in. We'll take 5 rounds of hip dips on each side. Every exhale, bring the sides of your body down onto the mat. Come back to center. Left hip down. Come back to center. Every exhale, take a hip dip. Come back to center. Try to keep your shoulders directly over your elbows. Back into your forearm plank. Walk your feet in, dolphin. Work towards bringing your heels down on the mat. Lift your right leg up, 3-legged dolphin. Square your hips down towards the mat. Switch sides. Left leg up. Walk back into your plank. Bring your hips down onto the mat. Untuck your toes. Coming into swings. Take a breath. Bring your palms to the corners of the mat and push your elbows off the mat. Deepening your back bend. Press firmly down into the mat with your tops of your feet. Back into your swings. Bring your chest down. Extend your hands alongside your ears. Lift your legs up. Lift your hands. And every exhale, cactus your arms and bring your elbows in line with your shoulders. Inhale, extend. Exhale, cactus your arms. Keeping your thighs off the mat. Squeeze your glutes to lift your legs higher. 2 more. Back into swings. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up. Forearm plank. Forearm plank. Exhale, tap your right foot out, come back to center. Left foot out, back to center. 4 more on each side. We're waking up our core muscles. Come back to neutral spine. Walk your feet in, dolphin. Lift your right leg up. Switch sides, left leg up. Walk back into your forearm plank. Hips down, swings. Engage your legs, pull up on your kneecaps. Press down with the tops of your feet. Your legs are active in this pose. Bring your palms to the corners of the mat, coming into seal. Engage your core. Come all the way down. Bring your hands out in a Y. And every exhale, lift your chest off the mat, lifting your hands. Inhale here. Exhale, lift. Back to center. We'll take 3 more. Come back, swings. Tuck your toes. Lift up into forearm plank. We'll take side body crunches. Bring your right knee to right elbow, back to center. Left knee to left elbow, back to center. 4 more at the pace of your breath. Come into your dolphin. Right leg up, 3-legged dolphin. Back to center, switch sides. Walk back into your forearm plank. Bring your hips down, coming into swings. From here, you have an option to go into locust, or if you want to take a back bend, you can bend your knees. Grab on the inside of your ankles. Exhale, lift your chest, kick into your hands and lift your thighs off the mat. Release back into your swings. Take a breath, tuck your toes, lift up forearm plank. Lift your hips up, walk into your dolphin, bend your knees, look to your palms, push through your palms and shoot up into your full plank, flow through your chaturanga, upward facing dog. Come all the way back, downward facing dog. I hope you felt the heat and that core work. Next exhale, lift your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Squeeze your inner thigh, square your hips down onto the mat. Bring your knee into your chest, plant your right foot in between your hands. Rotate and plant your back foot down on the mat. Open up warrior 2. Make sure that your front heel and back arch are in line with each other and your shoulders are directly stacked over your hips. Engage your core and sink your hips down. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Optional to bring your left hand towards your right thigh. Right palm comes on the inside of the right leg, side angle. The weight is on the knife edge side of your back foot. Optional to extend your toe palm alongside your ears. Bring your gaze towards your front foot. Press through the ball mounts. Extend your right leg, transitioning into triangle. Engage your core, squeeze your glutes. Optional to add a core challenge. Bring your right hand parallel to your left. Hold for a breath. Reverse your triangle. Back into warrior 2. Face the front of the mat, coming into high crescent lunge. Squeeze your inner thighs. Make sure that your front ankle and front knee are in line with each other. Bring your palms onto your waist. Pop your back foot a step closer and fold into pyramid. Halfway lift. Plant your left palm directly underneath your face. Extend your right towards the sky. Squeeze your inner thighs. Take a twist in your pyramid. Plant both palms down on the mat. Step back, flow through your chaturanga. Optional to keep your right foot floating. Upward facing dog. All the way back, downward facing dog. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Left knee to chest. Plant your left foot in between your palms. Plant your back foot down on the mat. Cartwheel, open up, warrior two. Make sure your alignments are correct. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Optional to bring your right hand behind your back towards your left thigh. Left palm on the inside of left foot. Extend right hand towards the sky. Side angle. Optional to bring your top arm alongside your ears. Weight is on the knife edge side of your back foot. Bring the gaze down towards your left foot. Press through the ball mount of your left foot. Extend left leg. Transition into a triangle. Optional, add a core work. Bring your left arm parallel to your right. Reverse your triangle. Come back, warrior two. Face the front of the mat, high crescent lunge. Make sure that your feet are on parallel tracks. Bring your palms to your waist. Pop your back foot a step closer. Fold into pyramid. Halfway lift. Right palm comes directly underneath your face. Extend left hand towards the sky. Take a twist. Plant both palms on the mat. Step back into your plank. Flow through your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Come all the way back. Downward facing dog. We have a fun, slightly challenging next sequence. So take modifications wherever required and try to play with me. Lift your right leg up, three-legged dog, squeeze your inner thighs. Bring your right knee into your chest, plant your right foot between your palms, high crescent lunge. Left arm forward, right arm back, active twist in your lunge. Reverse your twist, right hand towards the outside of the left thigh. Cartwheel and open up into a wide-legged twisted position, bringing your right hand on the inside or on the outside of your left foot. Weight is on the knife edge side of your feet. Slowly rotate towards the back edge of the mat. Bring your back knee down. Right hand extends alongside your ears. Face the front of the mat. Bring both arms alongside your ears. Bring your palms together. Bend at your elbows. Palms come to the back of your neck. Open your chest up towards the sky. Extend your hands alongside your ears. Shift your weight back. Flex your left toes. Hinge from your hips. Fold into half splits. Back to reverse lunge. Palms to come to your upper back. Opening your chest up towards the sky. Shift back into half splits. Make sure that you're hinging from your hips and not rounding your back. Back to your low lunge. Bring your palms to your chest. Hook your right elbow on the outside of left knee, take a twist. From here, bring your gaze towards your mat, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Shift your weight forward. Slowly try to extend your left leg, keeping your twist. If this is challenging enough, keep playing with this. If you feel you're stable and balanced, press into your left leg and lift and float your right foot, pointing your toes, keeping your twist the whole time. Suck your right knee into your chest, plant your right foot next to your left, transitioning into a twisted chair. Again, bring your gaze down onto the mat, keeping the twist. Shift your weight onto your right foot, lift your left leg off the mat, twisted one-legged Tadasana kind of variation. Slowly grab on the outside of your left foot, extend your left leg, standing twist. Come back to one-legged Tadasana. Hands come alongside your ears. Hinge from your hips. Float your left leg back. Warrior 3. Back to one-legged Tadasana. Arms come out into a T. Wrap your left leg around your right, either once or twice. Sink your hips down. Left arm binds underneath the right, coming into eagle. Engage your core. I know this is hard, but play with it. Release your eagle. Fly into your warrior 3. Plant your back foot down on the mat, high crescent lunge, and float to your vinyasa. Ooh, that was fun. And we have another side to do. Lift your left leg up, three-legged up. Bring your left knee into the chest. Plant your left foot in between your hands. High crescent lunge. Left hand forward, right arm back, active twist. Reverse your twist. Extend your right hand alongside your ears. Cartwheel your arms and open up into a wide-legged twisted position. Bringing your left hand on the outside of your right pinky toe. Open your chest towards the short edge of the mat. Keep your hands here. Rotate to the front of the mat. Bring your back knee down. Left hand extends alongside your ears. Reverse low lunge. Face the front of the mat. Arms come alongside your ears. Palms together. Bring the palms to your upper back. Open your chest up towards the sky. Extend your hands. Extend your right leg. Flex your right foot. Hinge from your hips. Fold into your half splits. Back into low lunge with that chest opener. Come back into half splits. Come back up into your low lunge. Bring your palms to your chest. Hook your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Take a twist. Bring your gaze to the mat. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Keep the twist going. From here, slightly shift your weight onto your right foot. You can stay here, keep the twist the whole time, or if you're ready to challenge yourself, point your back toes, take a deep breath, and slowly start to float your back leg. Suck your left knee into your chest, coming into a twisted chair. Bring your gaze back down onto the mat. Keep your twist. Weight shifts onto your left foot and lift your right leg off the mat. Twisted Tadasana. Grab hold on the knife edge side of your right foot. Extend your right leg. Take a twist. Back to your one-legged Tadasana. Bring your hands alongside your ears. Float your right leg back. Warrior 3. Oh, I'm running out of breath. Back to one-legged Tadasana. Arms come out into a T. Wrap your right leg around your left, either once or twice. Sit into your hips. Bind your right hand underneath your left. Eagle. Release your eagle. Float into warrior 3. Step back. High crescent lunge. Flow through vinyasa. Upward facing dog. All the way back. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. Three-legged dog. Knee into your chest. Plant your right foot in between your palms. Open up. Warrior 2. Bring your palms to touch over your head. Extend your right leg. Take and sit into your Skandasana towards your left. Flex your right foot, toes pointing towards the sky. Optional to bind in your Skandasana and open your chest. Plant your palms to the back of the mat. Bring your left shin parallel to the short edge. Hips come down, coming into a pigeon transition. You can either stay up in your pigeon, working towards bringing your right hip down onto the mat. Bend your right leg, work your right foot into your elbow. Extend your left hand alongside your ears and bind it behind your head. Keep working your right hip towards the mat. Release your bind. Come up into your active pigeon if you had folded into your pigeon. Sweep your right leg around. Bring your right foot on the outside of your left thigh. Left heel works towards your right glutes. Bring both your sit bones down on the mat. Wrap your left hand around your right thigh. Open into a twist. Release your twist. Plant your palms down on the mat. Step back into plank. Flow through your Chaturanga. Upward dog. All the way back. Downward facing dog. Left leg up. Three-legged dog. Plant your left foot in between your palms. Open up warrior 2. Palms come to touch over your head. Sit your hips down towards your right foot, left foot flexed, coming into a Skandasana. Either stay here with the palms to your chest or take a bind and open your chest towards the sky. Plant your palms towards the front of the mat. Right shin comes parallel to the short edge. Hips come down, pigeon pose. Working this time to bring your left hip down on towards the mat. Either stay here. If you want to bind, bend your back foot, back leg. Work your back foot to your left elbow crease. You can stay here or you can extend your right hand alongside your ears and bind your hands behind your head. Release your bind. Sweep your left leg around. Left foot comes on the outside of your right hip. You can work your right heel towards your glutes. Bring both your sit bones down on the mat. Grow tall in your spine. Wrap your right hand around your left leg and open into a twist. Release. Face the front of the mat. Bring both your knees down onto the mat. Lift your hips up. We'll try and play with camel variation. Make sure that your hips are stacked directly over your knees. You can bring your knees slightly wider than your hip distance if that helps. Bring your palms to support your lower back for the first one. Squeeze your elbows together. Squeeze your glutes. Tuck your tailbone and push your hips towards the front of the mat. Open your chest up towards the sky. Release, come all the way back up. We'll take one more camel. This time you can play with bringing your palms towards your heels, or you can stay here. Bring your elbows to squeeze your glutes, tuck your tailbone, push your hips forward, open your chest up. If you feel ready, try to bring your palms towards the heel. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades together. Release your camel. Bring your hips down onto the mat between your feet. If this, you can feel a nice quad stretch here, and if this feels enough, stay here. Or you can bring your back all the way down onto the mat. I need to scoot a little forward. Continue to stay here, or you can bring your palms on top of your heels and slowly recline all the way back, feeling a deep stretch in your quads. Keep engaging your glutes. You should not feel any pinching in your lower back. Whenever you are ready, use your elbows to push you back up. Come back into your squat variation. I don't know what this is called. And release your legs to the front. Bring the soles of your feet together. Come into a butterfly. You can stay upright, or you can slowly hinge from your hips and fold forward. Come back up and come all the way back down onto the mat. We'll take one back bend and we'll end our practice there. Make sure that your heels are directly underneath your knees and they're hip distance apart. Engage your core. Tuck your tailbone, press into your heels, squeeze your glutes, and that squeezing action should push you up. And you should feel that heat building up in your glutes. If this is where you want to stay here. Keep pushing your hips up towards the sky and keep squeezing your glutes. If you're ready for a back bend or a complete wheel pose, adjust your stance. Push into your heels, bring your palms on the outside of your ears and push into the palms, come into your wheel pose. If you feel warm in your upper back, you can try playing with deepening your back bend, coming down onto your elbows. Keep engaging your glutes and keep pressing your hips up towards the sky. and threading your chest in between your hands. Release your back bend. Slowly come all the way down onto your back. We'll take one round of supine twist, but keep it slightly active. Press your lower back into the mat. Lift your feet off the mat. You're in this 90-degree angle. Knees line with your hips. Your ankles are in line with your knees. Press into your palms and drop your knees on the outside of your left elbow, left hip. Bring your gaze towards your right palm. That will help keep both your shoulder blades down on the mat. Breathe into your belly. Release. Come back to the center and switch sides. Come back to center. Bring your feet down on the mat. Take a breath. We'll end here in Shavasana. Don't skip this part. Please take at least 30 seconds to consolidate your practice and come back to your normal breathing. I hope you had fun flowing with me in that practice, and I hope you felt the heat building and you had a nice workout / yoga session. Please let me know in the comments your thoughts and consider subscribing to my channel. I'll see you on the mat next week.